They say life gives you certain blessings only when you're ready to receive them. And according to Common, that's exactly how he describes the moment he and Jennifer Hudson finally connected. He has said in interviews that they crossed paths before, worked together, shared spaces, but only now did the timing feel right, almost like destiny aligning. But while he talks about divine timing, online discussions have taken a very different tone. Many fans feel that something about this situation just doesn't sit right. They worry that Jennifer, who has already survived immense loss, built an empire, and guarded her peace carefully, might be stepping into a romantic déjà vu that thousands have seen play out before. Because yes, Common and Jennifer are still smiling for cameras. They're posting cute moments. They're appearing publicly, hand in hand, giving the illusion of effortless love. But the internet? The internet is whispering something entirely different. People are warning Jennifer to protect her heart. They're pointing out that while Common isn't criticizing her publicly, his history is doing all the talking. His past relationships and how they ended are the real BLASTS fans keep bringing up. Because for years, Common has followed a pattern many say is too loud to ignore. He starts out as the perfect gentleman, the romantic poet, the man who praises his partner so beautifully it feels like a movie scene. But when things get serious, when long-term commitment enters the conversation, he allegedly pulls away, quietly, subtly, almost like smoke slipping through fingers. And that's exactly why fans are nervous for Jennifer Hudson. Their relationship reportedly went public in 2022 after months of speculation and soft hints. At first, people loved the match. A conscious rapper with depth, an EGT powerhouse. Two grown adults with success, discipline, and presence. It seemed like a pairing that made sense. It looked good on paper and on red carpets. But by late 2023, breakup rumors started bubbling online. Nothing confirmed, just whispers. Subtle clues. And fans noticed something interesting. Common was doing most of the talking. Every time he got in front of a camera, he mentioned Jennifer. He praised her, called her amazing, called their relationship special. He even said he found a true partner. Meanwhile, Jennifer stayed more quiet and controlled. She smiled, posted a picture here and there, but she didn't gush. She didn't shout their love from rooftops. To some people, this was normal. Jennifer is private, mature, and strategic. But to fans familiar with Common's past interviews, this was déjà vu. Because they remembered. He said the same things about Tiffany Haddish. He said similar praises about Serena Williams. He complimented Taraji P. Henson in almost the same tone. He admired Erykah Badu publicly before quietly stepping back. Online users began saying his sweet words were less like romance and more like PR poetry, the same script repeated with different leading ladies. And Jennifer's calm silence? Fans interpreted that as a woman who knows her brand can't survive messy relationship headlines. If Jennifer Hudson really wanted to understand the concern, all she would have to do is look at the patterns swirling around his past relationships, allegedly, of course. Serena Williams. In the mid-2000s, they were a power couple. He praised her intelligence, determination, discipline. But eventually, he reportedly pulled away, unable to commit long-term. Even he admitted years later that he chose to end it. Taraji P. Henson. Their early 2000s romance had fire. He called her special, talked about their chemistry. But Taraji later revealed that it ended because he wasn't ready for stability. The connection faded when responsibility entered the conversation. Erykah Badu. One of his most iconic relationships. He was deeply in love. He wrote about her. He showed the world his affection. But again, when the relationship demanded permanence, it unraveled. Common said her leaving him broke his heart, but fans noticed the same theme: inconsistency with long-term commitment. Tiffany Haddish. People rooted for this one. It felt healthy, mature, fun. But 2 years later, it suddenly ended. Tiffany later said she felt blindsided. Common said busy schedules. The internet didn't buy it. They said his schedule never changed. His willingness did. When you put all these relationships side by side, a picture forms, allegedly. A man who loves loudly, beautifully, poetically, but retreats when the future becomes real. This is the history fans believe is now blasting into Jennifer Hudson's chapter. If there's one courtroom that never sleeps, it's social media. And in the court of public opinion, Common has developed a reputation, fairly or unfairly, as Hollywood's Mr. Can't Commit. That nickname circulates on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and celebrity blogs. The phrase people repeat? Common gone common. Meaning, no matter how strong the woman, no matter how good the relationship looks, people expect the same ending. Some fans are rooting hard for Jennifer. They believe she's powerful enough, emotionally grounded enough, mature enough to finally be the exception. Other fans are blunt. They believe she's ignoring the signs. Some even accuse her of protecting her brand more than her heart. Meanwhile, Common's defenders argue. Maybe he's grown. Maybe he has evolved emotionally. Maybe therapy changed him. Maybe Jennifer really is the one he talks about so passionately. But that debate, believers versus skeptics, is the fuel that keeps this relationship under the microscope. To many fans, every interview he gives sounds less like reassurance and more like a countdown. This story isn't just about romance. It's about legacy. Jennifer Hudson is not a random celebrity. She is an EGT, a global inspiration, a woman who has survived unimaginable tragedy and rebuilt her life with strength and grace. Her brand is built on resilience, stability, and dignity. To fans, her relationship choices matter because her name carries enormous weight. Common, on the other hand, has his own respected legacy, Grammy-winning artist, actor, activist. But his one persistent stain is the reputation surrounding his romantic life. If this relationship ends like the previous ones, fans believe it will permanently lock in his public image as the man who can love deeply, but never stay. And for Jennifer, a breakup with him would become another chapter she'd have to overcome, another test of her resilience. That's why fans feel protective. That's why the internet is so loud. This relationship is more than love. It's a high-stakes storyline affecting both of their brands. Right now, nobody truly knows what's happening behind the scenes. Maybe Common really has changed. Maybe Jennifer is the stability he always needed. Maybe they're genuinely happy and everything is fine. Or maybe history is repeating itself. Fans are split, the internet is watching, and each new interview or social media post becomes another piece of the puzzle. But one thing is certain. If the pattern repeats, the world will not be surprised. And if Jennifer becomes another name in the timeline, the internet will say they predicted it all along. Because whether it's fair or not, Common's past is speaking louder than any interview he gives today. And that, according to fans, is the real blast in this entire story.